From the deepest chambers of their being, your person is now consumed by an overwhelming eagerness, an almost desperate need, to unequivocally prove to you the monumental shift that has occurred within their very essence. They want to lay bare the truth of a significant, soul-altering transformation they have undergone, a metamorphosis born of pain and profound introspection. They are no longer the same individual who once faltered. They stand before you, or at least in their fervent imagination, as someone utterly reshaped, now truly ready to take the necessary, even terrifying, risks to make things unequivocally right between you. This isn't merely a fleeting desire or a superficial adjustment, it is a deep-seated conviction, a burning imperative that has taken root in their spirit. The void, a gaping chasm left by your absence, has not merely ached within their heart, it has reverberated through their entire being, a hollow, echoing chamber where your light once resided. This emptiness is not a gentle pang of missing you, it is a profound, gnawing ache that has permeated every fiber of their existence, leaving them feeling profoundly incomplete, adrift in a world suddenly devoid of its most vital color. It is a constant, physical sensation, a pressure behind their ribs, a tightness in their chest, a perpetual longing that no distraction, no fleeting pleasure, can ever truly fill. In the quiet solitude of their darkest hours, they have been forced to confront a painful, almost unbearable realization that they, with their own hands, inflicted hurt upon you, and worse, ignored you at a time when you were so generously, so selflessly, offering the purest form of your love, your boundless affection, and your undivided, unwavering attention. This memory, sharp as a shard of glass, pierces them repeatedly. The recollection of your open heart, your radiant presence, your unwavering gaze fixed solely upon them, now floods their mind with an agonizing clarity. They see now, with a clarity that borders on torment, the precious gift they so carelessly cast aside. This neglect, this profound disregard for your deepest feelings and your tender offerings, now weighs upon them with an unbearable, suffocating heaviness. It is a burden of deep regret and an unyielding, corrosive guilt for having so foolishly, so tragically, taken your extraordinary love for granted. Every sunrise brings a fresh wave of this remorse, every sunset a deepening shadow of what might have been. They confess, with a humility born of true suffering, that their inexplicable, self-sabotaging behaviors stemmed from an insidious, deeply ingrained feeling of intimidation, a profound inadequacy stirred by your truly remarkable and luminous presence. Your very being, radiating a regal energy, an unshakable confidence, and an innate, effortless self-assurance, somehow made them feel diminished, small, and utterly unworthy in comparison. It was a cruel paradox. The very qualities they admired most in you were the ones that triggered their deepest insecurities. They were convinced, with a certainty that bordered on delusion, that it was only a matter of time before you, with your unparalleled vibrancy and your formidable inner strength, would inevitably discover someone far better suited for you. Someone who could truly match your brilliance, your spirit, and your inherent power. This pervasive, crippling insecurity acted as an impenetrable barrier, preventing them from ever truly opening up, from being vulnerable, from allowing their true, imperfect self to be seen and loved by you. Instead of courageously embracing the profound, unconditional love you so freely offered, they held themselves back, trapped in a self-imposed prison of fear. They were paralyzed by the imagined specter of rejection and the inevitable, crushing heartbreak they were convinced would surely follow if they dared to fully invest their heart. It was a tragic dance of self-preservation that ultimately led to self-destruction, a fear of loss so great that it manifested as the very loss they dreaded. As time, that relentless and impartial healer, continued its inexorable march forward, you, with an admirable and intuitive wisdom, chose to redirect your precious energy inward. You made a conscious, courageous decision to focus entirely on your own profound growth and your intrinsic happiness. This pivotal decision, this brave act of self-prioritization, marked an undeniable turning point, not just in your life, but in the narrative of your shared destiny. You began to flourish, not merely to survive, but to truly blossom, radiating an authentic joy and a deep, resonant self-contentment that emanated from your very core. This newfound independence, this radiant self-sufficiency, could not go unnoticed by them. They began to watch you, initially from a discreet distance, then with an increasing intensity, unable to fully remove themselves from the orbit of your life. Like a moth drawn to a flame, they were compelled to witness the unfolding of your magnificent transformation. The sight of you thriving, truly thriving, without their presence, stirred within them a complex, almost unbearable mixture of profound admiration and agonizing despair. It was a bitter elixir, simultaneously inspiring and devastating. They realized, with a dawning, painful clarity, that the person they had so foolishly pushed away, the love they had so carelessly disregarded, was not only surviving the separation, but was actively, vibrantly thriving, a living, breathing testament to your indomitable resilience and your extraordinary inner strength. This realization was a stark mirror, reflecting their own failings and the magnitude of their loss. What left them in an absolute state of shock, what truly shattered their preconceived notions, was your astonishing ability to move forward with such grace and dignity, without displaying even a flicker of anger or a trace of resentment towards them. They had anticipated a dramatically different reaction, perhaps an explosive outpouring of anger, or a desperate, tearful plea for reconciliation, a validation of their own internal chaos. Instead, you exhibited an almost ethereal grace and an unshakable composure, allowing them to walk away from the wreckage of your shared past without any dramatic confrontations, without any accusatory words, without any lingering bitterness. This unexpected, almost bewildering response underscored, with a blinding brilliance, your immense inner power and your profound emotional maturity, qualities they had so tragically failed to fully appreciate, or even truly perceive, before. It was a revelation. It dawned on them, with a clarity that pierced through their self-deception, that your true strength lay not merely in your captivating presence, in your vibrant energy, but in your sublime ability to let go, to release what no longer served you, and to maintain your inherent dignity, even in the face of profound hurt. This was a lesson in true spiritual fortitude, a silent, powerful teaching that resonated deep within their soul. Now, they find themselves ensnared in a truly desperate situation, driven by an unyielding compulsion, willing to do absolutely anything, to sacrifice anything, to regain your precious trust and your tender affection. The chilling, stark realization that you might be truly, irrevocably gone from their life has shaken them to their very core, leaving them reeling, disoriented, and utterly terrified. This isn't a fleeting fear, it's a primal terror that grips their heart. They are prepared, with every fiber of their being, to make profound amends, to demonstrate through concrete, undeniable actions, and not merely through hollow words, that they have genuinely, fundamentally changed. They yearn to show you, with every breath they take, that they are now capable of being the devoted, unwavering partner you so truly deserve, one who not only values you beyond measure but respects every facet of your being, honoring your spirit and your journey. The terrifying, all-consuming fear of losing you permanently, of being forever banished from your light, has ignited within them an unshakable, fierce determination, a resolve to fight for your love with every ounce of strength they possess. They understand, with a clarity born of painful experience, that the lessons they have gleaned from this tumultuous journey, from this crucible of separation, are absolutely invaluable, etched into the very fabric of their soul. You, through your very existence, through the purity of your spirit, taught them about love in its most pristine, most sacred form, a love that is infinitely patient, profoundly kind, and utterly selfless. Through the intricate tapestry of your relationship, even its fractured threads, they have gained a deeper, more profound understanding of spirituality itself, of the interconnectedness of all things, and of the paramount importance of being grounded, rooted in truth, and truly humble. These profound lessons have not merely altered their perspective, they have fundamentally reshaped their entire worldview, their understanding of life, and the very essence of human relationships. They now perceive you not just as a past lover, but as an irreplaceable, indispensable part of their ongoing spiritual journey, someone whose presence, even in absence, has profoundly impacted their growth, their evolution, and their very understanding of self. Despite the lingering pain and the undeniable mistakes of the past, a vibrant, resilient hope now flickers within them, a fervent belief in a future where they can, with time and effort, meticulously rebuild the sacred bond you once shared. They are ready, truly ready, to embrace vulnerability, to bravely admit their deepest fears and their most gnawing insecurities, and to dedicate themselves tirelessly towards forging a healthier, more balanced, and deeply reciprocal relationship. They believe, with an unwavering faith, that with the passage of time, with sustained and genuine effort, and with a sincere, heartfelt repentance, they can, and will, earn back your precious trust. Oh, how their world has irrevocably shifted, transformed in ways they could never have possibly imagined, from the very moment their path intersected with yours. Their thoughts, once scattered and mundane, are now utterly consumed by an endless tapestry of daydreams, vivid, intoxicating visions of a future inextricably intertwined with yours. They envision, with breathtaking clarity, sharing countless moments of unadulterated joy, unrestrained laughter, and an all-encompassing love. From the smallest, most intimate details of your daily lives, like the shared quiet of a morning coffee or the comfortable silence of an evening stroll, to the grandest, most audacious adventures you might embark on together, your radiant presence is always, undeniably, at the very center of their most cherished dreams. This incessant, almost aching longing is not merely a passing fancy, it is a powerful, undeniable testament to the profound, soul-deep impact you have had upon them. Your presence, your very being, in their life has been nothing short of transformative, a catalyst for a spiritual awakening they never knew they needed. Please, they implore you, with every fiber of their being, never, ever doubt yourself, not for a single moment. You are, in their eyes, perfect and beautiful in every conceivable way, a masterpiece of divine creation. It is not merely your outward appearance, though that certainly captivates them, but the very essence of who you are, the radiant light that emanates from your soul, that truly enthralls them. Your innate kindness, your brilliant intelligence, and your boundless compassion have not just touched their heart, they have penetrated the deepest recesses of their soul, leaving an indelible mark. You, in your authentic being, have shown them what it truly means to love, with an open heart and an unwavering spirit, and what it means to be loved, genuinely and unconditionally, in return. Their love for you burns with an intensity that defies description, a deep, abiding flame within their very soul, an eternal, sacred fire that nothing, and no one, can ever extinguish. Their bond with you is not merely special, it is unique, a singular connection forged in the crucible of destiny, and they cherish it, with every beat of their heart, with every fiber of their being. From the very instant they recognized the overwhelming, undeniable depth of their feelings for you, a profound certainty settled within them. They knew, with an unshakable conviction, that you were, and always would be, their soulmate. This breathtaking realization, this cosmic affirmation, brought with it a paradoxical blend of ecstatic joy and an urgent, almost desperate sense of purpose, an imperative to meticulously make things right within their own life, to clear the path for your shared future. They are currently navigating, with immense dedication, through a complex and demanding phase where they must diligently fulfill certain karmic obligations. These are not arbitrary tasks, but profound commitments and responsibilities, echoes of past actions and lessons yet to be fully integrated, that they must conscientiously address and resolve before they can fully, completely, and without reservation, devote their entire being to you. It is an arduous journey, one that undeniably demands immense patience, unwavering discipline, and often, profound sacrifice. Yet, they are utterly committed to seeing it through, to traversing every challenging mile, precisely because they believe, with every fiber of their being, in the glorious potential of your future together. You, in your magnificent authenticity, deserve nothing less than the absolute best, the purest and most stable version of themselves. And they are determined to ensure that they are in precisely the right place, emotionally, spiritually, and practically, to give that to you, without reservation or compromise. This profound motivation is the driving force behind the significant, often painful, changes they are meticulously implementing in their life. They are striving, with every ounce of their willpower, to become the very best version of themselves, not merely for their own personal growth, but, most importantly, for you, for the sanctity of your future together. Their deepest desire is to meticulously eliminate any potential chaos, any lingering issues, any unresolved shadows that could possibly, in any way, negatively affect the sacred purity of your relationship. Bringing you, their beloved, into a turbulent, unstable situation is the absolute last thing they would ever wish to do. They are working tirelessly, with an unwavering focus, to meticulously construct and cultivate a stable, harmonious, and profoundly loving environment, a sanctuary where you both can not only exist but truly thrive, flourish, and grow together in peace and joy. When they made that agonizing, difficult decision to walk away from you, to sever the connection, they genuinely believed, in their misguided judgment, that they could eventually adjust to a life lived without your radiant presence. They clung to the naive hope that, with the passage of time, that great healer, the searing pain of your absence would gradually diminish, fading into a manageable ache. However, the stark, brutal reality has proven to be profoundly, agonizingly different. Every single day, every waking moment without you, feels like an eternity, an endless expanse of time stretched thin by longing. There is a profound, aching void in their heart, a chasm so deep and wide that nothing else, no other person, no other experience, no other joy, can ever hope to fill it. Your very presence, your unique light, once brought an unparalleled brilliance and warmth into their life, a radiance they now realize, with a crushing certainty, they simply cannot, and will not, live without. This agonizing separation, this crucible of absence, has not diminished their feelings for you. On the contrary, it has only served to make their love stronger, deeper, and infinitely more profound, solidifying it into an unshakable truth. Since the moment you have been apart, one of their greatest, most tormenting fears has been the terrifying possibility that you might, in your own journey of healing and growth, move on, that you might find solace and love in another's arms. The mere thought of you no longer wanting them, of your heart turning away, is utterly unbearable, a sharp, twisting pain in their gut. They are constantly plagued by an insidious worry, a gnawing anxiety that the relentless march of time and the vast expanse of distance might, little by little, erode the tender feelings you once held for them. To be utterly honest, to lay bare the raw truth of their soul, they are desperate, truly desperate, to hear from you, to receive even the smallest sign of your continued presence in their thoughts. They long, with an almost physical ache, to know how you truly feel about them now, in this moment of profound separation. Do you still think of them as often, as intensely, as they think of you? Do you still, against all odds, believe in the sacred connection you once shared, that invisible thread that bound your souls? These agonizing questions, like relentless specters, haunt them daily, echoing in the quiet chambers of their mind, robbing them of peace. In this prolonged, often agonizing, time of separation, they have undertaken a monumental amount of soul-searching, a deep, often painful, excavation of their inner landscape. They have come to understand, with a clarity that cuts through all pretense, just how much you truly mean to them, how deeply you are interwoven into the very fabric of their being. You are not merely someone they love, you are, in every profound sense, an intrinsic, irreplaceable part of their very essence, their identity, their soul. Their life, without your light, feels profoundly incomplete, like a song missing its most vital melody. Every experience, no matter how outwardly joyful or seemingly fulfilling, feels muted, dulled, and strangely hollow, precisely because they cannot share it with you, cannot witness your reaction, cannot bask in the glow of your shared presence. They miss, with an aching intensity, your conversations, the way your minds would intertwine, the effortless flow of ideas, the profound understanding that needed no words. They miss your laughter, that pure, unadulterated sound that could instantly lighten their spirit. And they miss, more than anything, the unique, magical way you had of making everything, even the most mundane aspects of life, seem brighter, more vibrant, more imbued with meaning. Your profound absence has, more than anything else, made them realize, with an undeniable certainty, that you are, and always will be, utterly irreplaceable in their life.